Hello everyone. In the last video, when we stopped, we were discussing the definition of sedatives and hypnotics. Before that, we had a general discussion on what do you mean by sleep, then what are the various stages of sleep, what are their characteristic features, how these stages can be, or what are the changes which are taking place in your body during these stages, how they can be measured, then why sleep is essential, and why there can be a disturbance of sleep. There can be a disturbance because of, say, disease condition. There can be disturbance of sleep because of some tension or stress, because of some emotional factors. Sleeplessness can be there. There can be a financial reason for sleeplessness, and there can be other reasons for lack of sleep or sleeplessness. In the same way, there can be reasons for anxiety, there can be reasons for excitement. Say, for example, uh, your result is supposed to be declared in next 1 hour, or say next 15 minutes. So naturally you will be excited about your result, and there will you can't be in a state of, what you can say, balance, or you cannot control yourself, and mentally somehow you will have number of thoughts in your mind, and your blood pressure may increase slightly, or your hands may shiver, or you becomes restless. Same thing can happen if suppose there is you are appearing for an interview, and you imagine the state of mind before the entry into the hall where interview is to be conducted. Once you enter, you forget everything, that is different thing. But before that, n number of question will appear in your mind, or arise in your mind, that what they will be asking. Am I able to answer all the questions? Am I selected for that? Or whether I will be selected or not? Or what will be my impression on the interviewers? So, this type of excitement, this type of restlessness, this type of anxiety is a natural phenomena. Say, for example, one is having a major surgery or operation in next 1 hour or 2 hour, or may say 5 hours later. Imagine the thoughts which may arise in an individual's mind, whether my surgery will be okay, whether I will be alive, or whether there can be different complications after, during, and after the surgery, etc. etc. Now, such type of anxiety may increase the blood pressure of an individual, it may increase the heart rate of an individual, and these things are not suitable to carry out the surgery, because some danger may arise during surgery. Because of increased blood pressure, the flow of blood will be, or the blood will come out with a force, and it will be difficult to control, and new complications may arise, so doctor will not allow for surgery. Now, in such, or during such conditions, sedatives are preferred, or anxiolytics are preferred for calming an individual, for calming the excitement of an individual. One more example we can take is fear of losing a job, whether it can be imaginary, whether it can be realistic one. If one is having a fear in his mind continuously that I can be terminated any time, what will be the next step, what will happen to me, a number of thoughts will arise in his mind. And if the same thing goes on over a prolonged period, it can get converted into a disease, or it can disturb your health. So in such situations one may need drugs, and sedatives are or anxiolytics are the best drugs for such situations. So friends, in the last lecture we had a definition of sedatives. Sedatives are the drugs which produces or induces reversible. Now this word is more important, because when you call a drug ideal, sedative or hypnotic, the effect should be reversible. After the action of drug is over, or once the drugs are stopped, the person should behave normally, or his body should behave normally. So sedatives are the drugs which produces or induces reversible mild depression, not strong one, because strong depression will be produced by hypnotics. So mild depression of CNS, calms the anxiety, reduces excitement without causing drowsiness or impaired performance or sleep. So, an ideal sedative should not produce drowsiness. Now, drowsiness is a stage before sleep. That is a person feeling to fall asleep. ज्याला अपन मराठी किंवा हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं कि एक नशा टाइप का, दैट इज कॉल्ड ड्राउजीनेस. और इम्पेयर्ड परफॉर्मेंस मतलब वो व्यक्ति जो काम कर रहा है उसके ऊपर कोई बड़ा मेजर इफ़ेक्ट होना नहीं चाहिए, उसकी डे टू डे एक्टिविटी के ऊपर इस चीज़ का परिणाम नहीं होना चाहिए, या फिर उसको कंपल्सरी नींद नहीं आना चाहिए. इफ सच टाइप ऑफ इफेक्ट्स आर ब्रॉट अबाउट बाय अ ड्रग, इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज सेडेटिव. और द another definition of sedative can be, sedatives are the drugs which induces quietening effect. Quietening effect means एक व्यक्ति को शांत कर देती है ये दवाइयाँ. accompanied by relaxation and rest, मतलब ये मेडिसिन लेने के बाद वो व्यक्ति रिलैक्स फील करता है, रेस्टफुल फील करता है. रिलीव्स द टेंशन, उसके माइंड में जो स्ट्रेस है वो उसको कम होता है, और एंजाइटी, बट नॉट नेसेसरीली स्लीप, लेकिन व्यक्ति को नींद नहीं लाता है. ऐसे मेडिसिन्स लाइक दीज मेडिसिन्स आर कॉल्ड एज sedatives or anxiolytics. Now with regard to hypnotics, hypnotics are the CNS depressants which induces reversible strong depression of CNS and produces sleep resembling natural sleep. ऐसी नींद लाते हैं कि जैसे आप नेचुरल तरीके से जैसी स्लीप लेते हो उस प्रकार की नींद अगर कोई दवाई प्रोड्यूस करता है तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, हिप्नोटिक्स कहते हैं. और यू कैन से इन अदर वर्ड्स, दीज आर द ड्रग्स विच कंपेल्स द यूज़र टू स्लीप, दैट इज़ अ स्ट्रॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑफ डिप्रेशन. अगेन, as explained earlier, both these action may reside in the one and the same drug with variable doses. Then again, one precaution one must take. Being a pharmacist, you should not go for self-medication of such drugs. These drugs should be only taken on an direction or instruction or prescription of a physician or doctor. So these drugs should be used for short term only.